Howdy neighbors, I'm Mac McCarty, bringing you another episode of the Rough and Tumbled. This story today goes back on the Amoco WH Siler lease. That old lease had well over 200 oil wells on it. It was a huge lease. Amoco had quite an operation going down there, and I did a ton of work down there, as well as the outfit I was working for. A lot of guys down there doing a ton of work, and because they water flooded that lease, and it was really something to see. And it was during this time that we'd done the water flood, had a crew out of Local 3 New York down here putting up a lot of that 336 and 477 big, huge ACSR aluminum lines, big, transformer stations, and putting in 640 pumping units that were just monsters. But we were hooking up a well down there on the end of that, some 336. It's big old aluminum wire, and I was up in the bucket tapping, squeezing on with the squeeze tool. Well, I might have had a hydraulic squeeze tool instead of a manual. I don't remember exactly now. But I was squeezing the lines on. It to the well, it was hot, and I had my rubber gloves on and all. And down on the ground, there were some Amoco people, and, I don't remember, some other contractors and different things. And KL was down there on the ground. And he was talking to some of those Amoco hands, and he started hollering at me, and I looked down there. I said, "What do you want?" And he says, "These guys don't believe I'll bite that wire." I said, "Pardon me?" He said, "They don't believe I'll get in that bucket and bite that wire." I said, "Shut up, you crazy sucker." I said, "You're not biting any wire." And, it registered on me, what he was talking about. He was talking about, me coming down, him getting up in there and biting that wire. Hotwire, right there standing in the bucket. Now, the buckets are insulated and it shouldn't hurt you, but it's not something you need to be doing. But the KL, that boy was something else. And so I went on about my business, got finished hooking up that hot tap, came down. Of course, first thing I do is I take care of those gloves, make sure they're put up safe and sound so that no pinholes get in them. So next time that could be your end if you get up there with some gloves with holes in them. Not a good idea. So I had gotten down and I was doing, putting the gloves up and getting things put away, and I hear somebody holler, and I turn around and look, and that crazy KL had got up in that bucket, and he, "Look at me." Now, folks, he didn't even have his hard hat on, and he reaches out of that bucket, and so this power was coming in vertical, 1, 2, 3, and I don't remember if there's a control wire under it down there or not, but big old aluminum, ACSR wire with a steel core in it. And he just reached out of that bucket and he's biting that thing like a bulldog, and my heart just, I just about, if anything had happened, it'd just kill me, and I'd be the guy that had to tend to it, have to get him down. And I just, it just was rough on me. And I'm looking up here at this nut, biting this wire, and here's the thing. He didn't bite the top wire where his head had all the clearance in the world. He bit the middle phase, and that top wire was about that far from the top of his head. One hair, anything get into that, it'd blow his eyes out of his head. I mean, it would have been nasty, awful. And my heart just about jumped out of my chest. I couldn't believe that he was doing this, but then again, I could. He was just one of these guys that just pushed the edge. He would push the edge. These linemen, they're a different breed, and it takes a different breed to do this work because it's dangerous, and they're facing it every day. But there's certainly no need in pulling stunts like that. And I got on him later about it, and he just laughed. He just laughed. He lived on the edge. And I'll never forget that. And all them other guys, they thought, oh, look at what he's doing. Isn't that something? You know, they didn't understand like I do, hadn't seen the things and experienced the things that I had to know just how dangerous what he was doing was. Folks, it's one thing to have a good time in life, but it's not good to put yourself in a situation and may cause others a big problem as well. So you don't want to ever do that. But that was just him, and that's a lot of the people out there, you know, they work with tough stuff and they get tough and are crazy something, you know. Anyway, I'll never forget him. That's the story for today. Hope you enjoyed. Appreciate everybody that has joined in and your comments. And till next time, I'm Mac McCarty saying so long for the Rough and Tumble channel.